Welcome, viewer, to our thrilling tales of dating nightmares. Dive into the abyss of the online dating world with The Date That Never Left, a tale that stretches the boundaries of reality and terror. This story begins with the spark of excitement that comes from swiping right, leading to an eagerly anticipated first date. Little did they know, this meeting would unfold into an experience far removed from the ordinary. The initial encounter was marked by a series of odd occurrences that seemed to blur the lines between coincidence and foreboding. Each moment, from the disjointed conversation to the unexplainable cold drafts in a warm room, added layers to the eerie feeling that something was profoundly amiss. As the date progressed, unsettling discoveries about the date's past started to surface. Rumors of mysterious disappearances and a shadowy history began to cloud the once promising evening. The thrill of meeting someone new quickly turned into a chilling realization that some stones are better left unturned. Attempting to leave the date behind became a saga of its own. What was supposed to be a simple goodbye morphed into a desperate bid for escape. The once charming companion transformed into an inescapable presence, clinging to the night like a specter. The aftermath of the date was haunted by an unwanted follow-up. Messages that dripped with unsettling sentiment began to invade daily life, serving as a grim reminder of the night. Each notification was a ghostly echo, a haunting message from a date that refused to be forgotten. The night was winding down, and the eerie feeling that had been nagging at the edge of their mind couldn't be ignored any longer. An attempt to leave was met with resistance. Subtle at first, then increasingly desperate. The date, charming at first, now revealed a clinginess that felt suffocating, transforming the once exciting evening into a race to escape. In the days that followed, their phone became a source of dread. Messages flooded in, each more haunting than the last. It started with simple texts, escalating to voicemails filled with pleas and threats. The anonymity of the digital world lent these communications a ghostly quality, as if the date had transcended reality to become a specter that haunted every moment. The turning point came when curiosity and fear drove a deep dive into the date's digital footprint. What was uncovered was chilling, a web of lies, a past mired in darkness, and a true identity that was a far cry from the person they thought they had met. This revelation cast the previous events in a sinister new light. Then, as suddenly as they had appeared in their life, the date vanished. Social media profiles were deleted, phone numbers disconnected, leaving behind a haunting silence. The absence of their presence was almost as unsettling as their previous omnipresence, leaving a lingering question. Had they ever really known this person at all? The aftermath was a mix of relief and unresolved tension. The emotional scars remained long after the messages stopped, a constant reminder of the night that had spiraled into a nightmare. The experience became a cautionary tale, a stark warning of the dangers lurking behind the screen of online dating. Learning from a terrifying experience is vital, especially in the realm of online dating. This bone-chilling tale serves as a stark reminder of the importance of caution and due diligence. The protagonist's journey from naivety to a hard-earned wisdom highlights the potential dangers lurking behind seemingly benign online profiles. The introduction of a dinner date with darkness shifts the narrative to a more intimate setting, promising a romantic evening that takes an unforeseen turn. Planning a dinner date at home with someone new carries an air of mystery and excitement, but also sets the stage for an unexpected encounter with fear. As the dinner date unfolds, an uninvited sinister figure casts a shadow over the evening. This unexpected guest, emerging from the darkness, transforms what was meant to be a night of romance into a scene straight out of a horror story. The presence of this figure introduces a palpable sense of dread. The ambiance takes a harrowing turn when the lights suddenly go out, plunging the dinner into darkness. This power outage, far from a mere inconvenience, signals the beginning of a nightmarish experience. It's in this darkness that the boundaries between the known and the unknown blur, heightening the sense of terror. Amidst the enveloping darkness, haunting whispers begin to fill the room. These eerie voices, seemingly without a source, play on the deepest fears of the protagonist, suggesting that the night's events are far from normal. This auditory haunting raises more questions than answers, propelling the story into a realm of supernatural horror. The romantic ambience of the dinner date was shattered when the light suddenly went out, plunging the room into darkness. A sense of foreboding filled the air, transforming the once cozy setting into a scene straight out of a horror movie. The power outage seemed too coincidental, occurring just as the evening was reaching its peak, hinting that this was no ordinary blackout. In the echoing silence, a series of haunting whispers began to fill the room. The soft, indiscernible murmurs seemed to be coming from the shadows themselves, chilling the spine and setting nerves on edge. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, as if trying to communicate a dire warning or an ominous message from the unseen. Driven by a mixture of fear and determination, the protagonist began to search for the source of the disturbances. The darkness felt alive, with every shadow appearing to move and every corner seeming to hide a secret. The search turned into a journey through a nightmarish landscape where every step felt heavy with dread. The revelation was as shocking as it was unexpected. Hidden within the darkness, the sinister figure revealed themselves, and with them, the dark secret they harbored. The realization that the evening's events were not random but orchestrated by the date's hidden agenda sent a wave of horror crashing down. The confrontation that followed was intense. Faced with the horrifying truth, a battle of wills ensued. It was a struggle not just for physical survival, but for emotional and psychological resilience. The terror of the evening culminated in this moment, where every decision could mean the difference between escape and a fate worse than imagined. As the darkness enveloped them, the terror became palpable. The air was thick with fear as they made a desperate attempt to flee the sinister presence that had turned their romantic dinner into a nightmare. Every shadow seemed to hide lurking dangers, and each step away felt like a battle for survival. In the chaos, a struggle ensued. It was a fight not just against the physical restraint of an unforeseen assailant, but against the realization of their deepest fears coming to life. The struggle was fierce, a testament to the will to survive against an unknown horror that seemed all too eager to claim them. After what seemed like an eternity, silence fell over the scene. The aftermath was chilling, a stark reminder of the fragility of safety and the unpredictability of inviting strangers into one's life. The room, once filled with the promise of romance, now held the weight of a terrifying ordeal. Reflecting on the events, the lesson was clear. The danger wasn't just in the darkness or the unexpected visitor. It was in the vulnerability of letting someone in without truly knowing them. The experience was a harrowing journey through fear, but also a stark reminder to guard one's heart and home. The closing of this story serves as a cautionary tale, emphasizing the risks that come with inviting strangers into personal spaces. It's a reminder of the importance of exercising caution and the need to listen to one's instincts when navigating the murky waters of dating and new relationships. In The Haunted Heartbreak, a tale unfolds of a couple who seemed destined for each other, finding a connection that felt almost too perfect. Their journey began with endless conversations and shared dreams, leading them to believe they had found their soulmate in a world full of fleeting connections. Choosing an unconventional location for their date, they decided on a notorious haunted house, known for its spine-tingling history and eerie ambience. Their choice was fueled by a mix of curiosity and a desire to break away from the cliché of traditional dating spots, adding an adventurous twist to their budding romance. As they ventured into the haunted domain, they initially laughed off the ominous warnings and the chill in the air, attributing it to the thrill of the experience. Their skepticism shielded them from fear as they held hands, stepping deeper into the house's shadowy halls, unaware of the true terror that awaited. The date took a harrowing turn when they encountered the paranormal, coming face to face with a presence that was far from welcoming. The laughter that had filled the air vanished, replaced by the cold realization that the legends of the haunted house were not just tales meant to scare the curious. Ignoring the eerie signs had led them into a nightmare, as they realized the house's dark corridors held more than just ghost stories. the couple found themselves in a chilling situation, far from the romantic adventure they had envisioned, marking the beginning of a terrifying encounter that would test their bond to its core. After the terrifying encounter at the haunted location, the chilling messages began. Each text seemed to echo from an unknown abyss, carrying with it an eerie sense of dread. These messages, appearing at the stroke of midnight, hinted at a deep, dark secret intertwined with the haunted house's past. Determined to uncover the truth, a deep dive into the location's history revealed a sorrowful tale. A love curse, cast in the throes of a tragic romance centuries ago, lingered within the walls. It became clear that anyone seeking love within this place was doomed to face heartbreak and despair. Armed with this knowledge, the decision to break free from the curse's grasp was made. It was a daunting task, requiring a blend of courage, wit, and a willingness to confront the past. The journey was fraught with challenges, testing the limits of resilience and determination. The path to freedom demanded a sacrifice. With a heavy heart, a symbolic gesture was made, an offering to appease the spirits entangled in the curse. This act of letting go, though painful, was necessary to sever the ties that bound them to the haunted location. Emerging from the ordeal, a new beginning beckoned. Freed from the shackles of the haunted heartbreak, the journey forward was met with a newfound sense of hope. The experience, though harrowing, imparted valuable lessons on love, loss, and the strength to move on. Embracing the dawn of a new beginning, the protagonist steps into the light, leaving behind the shadows of a cursed romance. With lessons etched deep in their heart, they move forward with resilience, open to the promise of love once more, but with a newfound caution that guides their steps. This brings us to the end of our trilogy for this evening. We hope you have enjoyed our cautionary tales. If you would like to see more of our horror stories, please like and subscribe to our channel to enjoy more terror tales. For now, sleep well, viewer, and we hope to see you next time.